Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to The Sims 4, and I have an exciting announcement. This video is actually sponsored by EA. Thank you so much. Today we are back in Eco Lifestyle. I want every single building here in Port Promise to be running off the grid. So we're going to be generating our own power and collecting our own water. I don't want to have to use any of the stuff on the grid, and I don't want to have to use any of my precious bills money to be able to pay for that kind of stuff. So we're going to try and turn every single one of these lots off the grid. Now, I believe some of them are sort of part way there, but we're going to get them fully off the grid. They're not going to use any of that stuff. And in the process, we're going to turn this neighborhood green. So that's going to happen. I got Bobby Burner here. You may remember him from Wax to Riches. If you don't, he's got no money, so that's really not helpful. Let's help him out here. In this particular challenge, I'm not going to be worrying about money or skills either. I'm probably just going to cheat up some handiness skills so we can upgrade the items to be able to get to the point where they are running how we want them to. So this lot here is already off the grid, which is good news. But I mean, I feel like we might be able to do a little bit better because I don't think it's actually producing any power that I can see. So we probably want to actually start doing that. Now, the way we check is going here and click show bills information. So we have this little tab here. We're currently using 0 electricity and 0 water, and we're not producing or using any per day. So currently this is off the grid and we don't have to do anything, but it would be nice to actually have a house with a TV and a working fridge and a stove and all that kind of stuff that actually uses power and water. Now, these toilets and showers and stuff, these are actually all off the grid already. But I think we can use more water if we are collecting water. Obviously, I don't want to just use water like crazy. That's ridiculous. Let's jump into build mode. Let's first of all change out all these candelabras into actual lights because I think that might be a little bit nicer. Right, so lighting wise, these all look like power consumption is 10 on most of these. All right, well, I mean, if they all consume 10, let's just pick a light. Let's get my favorite little down light. We're gonna get a couple of these in here. I don't know what that couch is looking at, so we might do a little bit of redecorating while we're here. So each of these lights, I'm not actually sure how much power this is gonna require. So that's actually a good question. Let's go into live mode and let's see how much we're gonna be requiring from this. So now we can see we're using 5.99 per day. So we have to produce at least that currently to be able to break even and go off the grid, right? Okay, let's also change the toilet and stuff we're using because these are already functional off the grid, but I would like to use ones that are not functional off the grid so we can see how much we actually end up using. Water consumption rating is 4 on this. Now, keeping in mind, this is not gonna look good. I just kind of wanted to see how we could go generating all the water and power ourselves. Wow, this is a very exposed bathroom. I only just noticed this. I mean, that would be a very nice place for a bathtub, but can we get some like privacy in here? There you go, a couple of curtains. You can pull the curtains across now, that's nice. Let's get a nice fridge in here. I might move the kitchen around a little bit here too, because I might chuck the kitchen over this side. So I guess we'll just keep it a pretty small kitchen, like a little stove, a fridge, a counter. That's kind of all we need. And then I kind of feel like we should, I don't know, this is not supposed to be me redecorating these houses, but I don't know if I can leave this house without a table like here somewhere. I don't think this table made this house any better. I don't think me placing this made it any better. Anyway, let's do that. There's also no bin in here, but that's okay. All right, upstairs. I mean, I will add a TV, I think, and then maybe a computer. And then I would call that a pretty, like, that's a really basic sort of house that we're going to have here. There you go. Well, I mean, that's not a... Actually, do the TVs consume more the bigger they are? Yeah, they do. Okay, so this consumes 9 power. That's okay. Let's use a lot of it. And let's use one of the fabricated desks. These are the desks you can make through gameplay. I've just unlocked them so we can use them here. I'll use one of the beautiful Sims 1 chairs. Look at that. look at these beautiful colors we got going on here together. Isn't that nice? And we got a little computer there. Okay, so we've got a computer. We've got a grill up here. We got this table, a TV. We have a bed. I mean, I might go for a double bed here just to open up the possibility of having more than one sim here. We'll get one of the fabricated beds as well, I think. Sure, we'll get this guy here. Look at that, that's beautiful. Right, so now how much electricity are we gonna be using here? Because that is kind of the important thing. Minus 21 is what that says as at least a constant usage. If we started turning off some lights and that, I think we can start using less, but we're not about to be doing that. We don't want to compromise. We want no compromises in this house. So we got a few new items here that are going to let us generate electricity. So we got this ground-based solar panel, so we can place this on the ground. This one can also go on the ground, but it can also go on roof. We don't have any roofs here, but it can go on a sloped roof as well. We also have a roof-based wind turbine and a sort of ground-based one. And we also have a little generator that we could use. Now, these also do different things. So this one is actually an industrial one. So this will sort of pollute the neighborhood, which we don't really want because we're trying to turn this to be a bit more green. So let's try to avoid that. And I think what we could do is maybe use a lot of these ones. You know what? No, let's add a roof. So we could do something like this and just produce as much power as possible. I mean, I gotta see how many of these are gonna fit on here now. Okay, so this is what I've got on top of my house. I have no idea how much power this is actually going to generate, so let's jump into live mode. Now, obviously, this is only going to generate power during the day, but hopefully it's enough. If that's not enough, we can always make more. Oh, there we go, plus 215 per day. So this is what our house looks like now. It's got a nice makeover. What if we made it flatter? Oh. So it doesn't like to adjust them after let's just leave it. So that'll be like that, that's great. I feel like we got a lot of concrete going on down here. We can make this a lot more green by removing it. So let's do that. Like immediately making it better. Does this, these don't have any environmental effects, but does, see this does. Using the floor tile grass does, but using these ones doesn't appear to have any positive effect. So that's a good note to make if we use one of the eco lifestyle flooring, like this. Actually, I might use this one instead, like that. Now this is considered Eco Footprint Green 1 plus a build discount item, and we have low fire resistance. So that's pretty good. Let's just add grass everywhere. There you go. So we got a beautiful greenhouse now. Like this is the most green you could ever be. And if we just add a bunch of trees as well. So we need to collect water. If we use this one, it does have a footprint of green, because if we start using industrial stuff, that's no good. But there is one that produces more water here, but this actually has an industrial footprint. So this is like a water, is it a water generator? Yeah, so that's no good. If we use this collector, it's green, it's all good. So these will collect water for us. You don't need seasons or anything because they're called dew collectors. It's not actually a rain collector. So it just gets like, I guess, water vapor out of the air is kind of the idea of these. And I'll just collect it all for our Sims to use. Now, the good news about this as well, if we are producing way too much power and way too much water, which we currently are, what we can, well, actually, I don't know about water. We might not be. Oh, break water valves. No, let's not do that. If I have a look at my bills information now, we have plus 27 a day, plus 215 a day. We can actually sell this to make money back from the grid. So we're gonna, if I just sold one now, I get $1. So that's pretty good. So that means if we're producing 215 extra per day, we can end up making 215 per day, like just by doing this. Essentially making power generation stations. If we got like a 64 by 64 lot, woohoo, we'd be making some good money. I think this is pretty good for this lot. So what we should be able to do now is go back to the world. Oh, I was going to say this is going to be green because every single lot here is industrial at the moment. But you know what? It's not green. And I think I know the reason why. So all the wallpapers we're using are actually eco-industrial footprints. So that's actually not good for us. So I'm wondering if we use like one of them that has a green footprint, we're going to be way better off. All right, so that should help us out here a little bit. Maybe we should also plant some stuff here. Let's get some herb seeds. Oh yeah, all right, let's plant all this stuff here. Because that'll help us out, I reckon. Let's go here, let's go. And eco lot as well could be a really helpful trait. This moves towards eco-friendliness faster than other lots. So, I mean, that's kind of what we want anyway, because this lot is, I mean, if this is not an eco-friendly lot, I don't know what is. Yes, maybe we used a lot of industrial items to produce all of this, but it's still pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna change that roof now. I've changed my mind. We're gonna change to the power generation roof. There it is. No more industrial roofs, and now that means in the gaps we're also producing power. Actually, how much power do we produce now? 218, so they got us another 3 bits of power that we got there. Oh, look, we got 5. Sell. Yes. Oh, look at this place. This is great. I wonder if we should upgrade all these too. But then I also want to do the reinforced container using eco parts, which we need 9 eco upgrade parts, which we've got to fabricate. All right, let's fabricate some eco upgrade parts. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to okay, we need to recycle stuff. Let's get a recycler, and then let's buy some stuff that we can recycle. Now, you may be thinking that buying things purely to chuck them into a shredder is silly, but I would say it's pretty fun in The Sims. And quite frankly, the more expensive things that we can shred, the better. I tried some violins in a live stream that I did, like the $15,000 violins, but now I'm gonna try some of these knight statues. We're gonna try shredding these and see how many how many bits and pieces we get for these. And now I go here, recycle from inventory, and I've got 10 of these things, and let's see how much we get for that. So that cost me, what, 80,000 simoleons just to buy 10 of those? Let's see how many bits and pieces we get. All right, we've got plus what for that? That amazing, oh, 1,000 and 3,000. I mean, that is actually quite a lot of bits and pieces, to be fair. Like, considering what we need to make this stuff, there's like 50s and 20s. It's not a lot, so I think that's pretty good. So this place is looking pretty gross at the moment. There's trash everywhere. The skies are polluted. We have this one beautiful lot with a giant solar panel on it. Once we're done here, though, this place is gonna look great. I swear it's gonna look so good. All right, I got 9 eco upgrade parts. Now we're gonna upgrade this guy with the reinforced container using eco parts. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna delete all the other ones. Put this here. Get this room, save the room. So an upgraded dew collector. Now I think I should be able to just grab them out, right? And I'm hoping that these are upgraded. If they're not upgraded, then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Right, are these, did that work? Are these all upgraded? Oh, I guess not, it didn't work. All right, well, I think our job here is done. Let's move on to some of the other lots and get those nice and green because we are already trending quite well towards more green. I think if we go to the manage wells now, our lot should be green eco footprint. If it's not, I'm gonna be very confused. Ah, look at that, beautiful green. All right, so we're gonna go fix the other 4 lots right now. Let's jump over to the bar. All right, so easy fix right away. Are these bricks industrial? What are these? Where are they? They are an industrial footprint. This stone is not though, and it's very similar. This is actually a green footprint, so I'm gonna use this. Let's also change all the roof. We may as well just change it to the solar powered generating roof. Now, I'm not sure exactly how much power we're gonna be generating here because it is a community lot, so I can't really go into live mode here. So this is already eco footprint green, which is nice. Then let's just change all that to green. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. That's so much better. Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is this, because this is actually industrial, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, an eco industrial footprint of 5. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, these are all going to be industrial because they are, you know, fireplaces and producing, if you actually, you know, light them, then there'll be smoke coming out. So we're going to use this. There you go, that's just as good as the others. It's great, there you go, problem solved. Okay, the rest of that's looking pretty good. I think we might just get some power generation going here. Maybe we'll mix it up on this one. We'll get a bunch of these on the roof, because this will just look fantastic, I think, if we get a bunch of these guys. Okay, so that side will have a bunch of wind turbines. Great. Then over here we can get a bunch of solar panels. There you go. That's good enough to me. That looks pretty good. And then we need to get some dew collectors as well, which I think if I just grab my room. I mean, I know this is not the upgraded one, but it's just kind of easy just to grab this room. There you go. Get 3 of them there. It just looks so ridiculous. All right, that's this lot, nice and green. All right, let's have a look. It is still gray. It is not industrial anymore, but that means it's not green enough. We need to go back and do more. I'm sorry, I've let you all down. We're gonna go back in, we're gonna fix it. All right, so what can we do here? What is this wood flooring? It's low fire resistance, but it's not eco green. So if we change to like this, which is eco footprint green, this might help us out. It doesn't, well, this place does not look good, but that's not my fault. I'm just trying to make it green. Making it nice and green. It's like a little oasis here in Evergreen Harbor. I mean, it is called Port Promise, and our promise is to be green by 2021. All right, how's that looking? I mean, it looks green. If that's not green, I don't know what is. All right. Oh, damn it. Maybe we just need some wind turbines. Maybe we need more of those. I'm running out of space here. Maybe we need to go back up on the roof here. Some more wind turbines up here. These do add eco-green footprints though, so that's what we're trying to do. Oh, these are only an eco footprint of 3. The ground ones are actually an eco footprint of 5, so the ground-based ones are even better. So maybe what we can do, let's bunch all these together a little bit more because we need more space here. Then we get some of these guys down here. Just really capture that wind, you know? Is this what all my lots are going to start looking like? Is that what we've been reduced to? Oh, come on! All right, well, I'm going to give that lot a break. I'm going to come over to this one here. So this one's apparently also industrial, which I think we should be able to change because I think the roof is not eco-friendly. Now this one is. So this is the one, our solar panel tile roof, which we'll use. Now this is also, what is this? Minor environment gain 1. No, we definitely want eco footprint green. Basically the same, but it's also eco footprint. That is what we're after. And then we give it a nice green Grass around the whole floor. This is like the quickest and dumbest way to do this, but if it works, it works, you know, that's all I can say. All right, so now we do have to produce enough power here though. Oh, actually, you know what? Okay, so that is actually green. That did actually make that green. I don't know how doing that made that green, but this one is still struggling with how much stuff I put on it. But I do actually need to generate enough power there. So let's first of all have a look at what we are looking at here. Show Bill's information. Minus 22 a day. Oh, we can do that now. Sleep. We can do that now. Sleep. That's so easy. So what we're going to do, get a bunch of the roof ones and they just go up here. Now, of course, these only generate power during the day. So that is a slight problem. So we get a bunch like that. I think that'll be fine. And then maybe if we just get a bunch of ground-based wind turbines, that'd actually probably produce enough for us. Let's get this hedge out of the way. Get a bunch of these guys down here. All right, that should be looking pretty good. Then over this side, I'm going to remove this fence. I'm going to get our beautiful X2 dew collectors that are all just going to go along here. And those will collect enough water for us. And then we should be producing enough power and water to go off the grid here. So let's go here, lot trait, let's go off the grid. And then we'll also do our eco lot, which will help us out too. And then that should be good. If we go back to live mode now, we're producing plus 94 a day and plus 19 a day of water. That's great. Okay, so you guys now happily live off the grid in your eco-friendly lot, which surprisingly doesn't look as ridiculous as some of the other things we've already done. So that's good. All right, so we got 2 out of 5 of these looking eco-friendly so far. That community lot not doing so well, but we'll get back to that. Go over to the Greenberg place now. It's already pretty green. It's not too bad, but it's still polluting a little bit, so we got to change that up. Because I mean, like, look at this place. It's pretty green. Like, this is, as far as like eco lots go, like it looks pretty nice, but it's just not eco-friendly enough. So they're using this wall panel here, which is not eco-friendly. That is eco-industrial. So we're going to change that. I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because it's like, it's supposed to be like a crane, but I've changed it to wood paneling now, so there's that. Now the roof as well, yeah, that's industrial. Should we make it grass? Yeah, they've just gone up there. They just put a bit of grass on it. Don't worry about it. And on the roof here as well. That is actually eco-friendly, I believe, this hexagonal one. Yeah, eco-green. That is actually fine, so don't worry about that one. I think the interior is probably fine. I think honestly just going across the whole floor with grass is usually my technique, and it works pretty well. I mean, yes, it loses a lot of the nice details, but it works out pretty well. Oh, fruit bowls. And we want to make sure that they are an eco lot. They can have, you know what? They can have great soil too. Great soil. And you can also be off the grid, of course. Just moving some of this little long grass over there so we can use this space for some water collectors. Maybe 5 of those would be enough. And then we need the ground-based wind turbine, because I think these are generally the better ones. Because they're kind of just all over their lot at the moment. Because it's sort of going, I'm putting them where they fit. So, all right, there we go. Oh, they already have a little one up there too. That's great. So this should be looking pretty good. We didn't change too much. All we did is made it look worse, but that should be pretty good. 30.84 and plus 13. So they're both positive, both making enough. It is still not eco-green though. It's only neutral. It's no longer industrial though. That's good. So you have to do a little bit more there to make it green. Maybe get some more trees along this section. Just a few, just like... basically covering up the lot with trees, but you know, they add a little bit of eco-green to them. I think this is probably one of my favorite things in the pack though, is actually all the power and water generation. If we do it, you know, not like the way I'm doing it right now, but what I'm doing right now is purely for the challenge. Oh, it's still neutral. Man, some of these lots are for some reason really hard to get green. What do I need to do? All right, I have a plan. This, if it doesn't make it green, I don't know. Look, I was trying to do semi-realistic, but this is just taking me way longer than I thought it would. All right, so they now live in a forest. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. So dumb. Okay. All right, so this is the default state of this lot, which if you don't know, this is the lot that can change into 4 different states. So by default, it is not very eco-friendly, and that makes sense. But in this challenge and in this case, we're going to make it eco-friendly because I want this whole place to be green and beautiful. It's going to go green. We're going to get rid of all the trash. I don't know that this trash is actually contributing, but I'm going to get rid of it. And the dumpster, get rid of all of this stuff. Hopefully make it a little bit nicer. Most of this stuff should be fine. If we just then turn, because I think the concrete is not going to be good for us. No, it's industrial. So if we just change it to like the recycled wood or something, Eco footprint green. There you go, just do a little bit of that. And that should make this a hell of a lot better, like immediately. And then we change the wall to this one, which is also an eco footprint green. We do have all these steel girders everywhere, which I guess are technically industrial. But I kind of like the look of those, so we might be able to get around that if we just sort of make the rest of this really green. Let's also make it an eco lot. And now we try make it green by adding a bunch of wind turbines. Because there's not much else I can do. And then my other trick, which we just learned, was to just add a bunch of trees. Let's get a bunch of these down here so they're sort of living in a forest. Get rid of this trash as well, sorry. All right, is that green? Oh, yeah. All right. I tried, look, I tried with this bar and then we tried some more, but I think it's time that the bar moves into the forest and has a lot more trees because it's tough, man. I think we need to, what I need to do, probably rebuild a lot of these things from the ground up to be eco-friendly. Because if we weren't trying to retroactively change this, it might be a lot easier to get what we actually want. So I'm just filling in the sections that we already have with loads of trees. Oh, how? How is this thing not eco-friendly? I think it's okay though. I think we might be able to get away with it. We may still be able to get the whole place to be green. I wanted everything to be green, but at this point, I don't know, man. It's been like 2 hours. I'm trying to make these lots green. But I think we'll probably be okay anyway, because right now we're nearly already in a neutral footprint. And then if we enact the green initiative, so if we make the area nice and green, the green initiative has been enacted. So this is a neighborhood action plan we can vote for through the game, but obviously I've just used the cheat to do it because the community has voted for green initiatives and poor promise. So everything's going to start looking greener. There's going to be more trees around the place. I mean, besides the ones that I've placed, there will be more trees. And then we'll also do the community initiative, which, yeah, in case you don't know, you go over here and you vote, and then every week things will be enacted or repealed. But in my case, we're going to enact the modern development as well. Make this place look really nice and modern. Look at this. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. We got all this coming along. And as the week progresses, we should start seeing this look a lot better. Oh, yes. So we've already gone to neutral. We're no longer fully polluted. Oh, look how much power we have left over. So I can sell that now for a bunch of money, and same with the water. So we can actually earn money by just generating stuff. Ah, your neighborhood's eco footprint is green. There we go. So now we've got a green eco footprint in this whole place. The sky is no longer polluted. Look at this. We have beautiful like sun rays coming down over the place. We got the modern thing going on here now as well. I mean, yeah, some of our lots are maybe a little questionable. I think this one was the most normal of the bunch. Like really all we did was change the roof and add a few wind turbines and maybe change a few of the floor tiles. The rest of it was pretty much the same. The bar is still not even eco green, so that bar must be made out of demons or something. I don't know, because I could not get that to be green. This guy, well, I mean, it seems to be. This looks like something out of an apocalypse movie where like it's been overgrown, nature is taken back. It's just gone back. And then my one, I mean, this one's actually not too bad, to be fair. This one's, I mean, I was a little silly with the roof. It's not too bad. It's a bit silly, but no, I really like the sort of ability to generate power and water and stuff now. And I'm actually I'll use that, you know, more responsibly in my actual gameplays and all that. But I think that's actually, it's such a cool mechanic. Oh, yes. And now that it's going nighttime, we should see the aurora. Oh, yeah. Port Promise Aurora. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Beautiful. Port Promise is finally... nature is finally taking back Port Promise. The trees are overgrowing all the lots. Solar panels are moving in. And it's all looking great. So we turned Port Promise green. We made most of the lots green, except for the bar. That one we might have to revisit in the future, but I think we did pretty good. Everything's looking great. We've cleaned it all up. We enacted some neighborhood action plans, albeit with cheats. I mean, this is very much just a, like, I want to see if I can do it quickly and get it all together and see what happens. And it turns out that you can, so there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks again to EA for sponsoring this video. I will see you next time. Make sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below for other challenges you want to see me do. But I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.